Hi friends. Let's just jump right into the tutorial, shall we? We really are jumping right in. I'm going to be using the Nars Super Radiant Booster. The tutorial I'm going to do today is... I don't really know, to be honest. I'm just going to blend this in with a brush. This is just the foundation brush from Sephora. So recently I have noticed that I have been gaining quite a number of subscribers. I have received, I think, about nearly 5,000 subscribers in the past month, and like I would say to like bigger YouTubers, like that is the norm, but for somebody like myself, like that is pretty good. Yeah, hello to all my new subscribers. So I just thought I would sit down and have a wee chit chat with you guys and just do a good old fashioned chit chat, get ready with me, and just do a nice simple in-depth makeup tutorial with just my usual routine and just wee techniques I use and do for anybody that is new around here. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. There's a hair on my freaking face. Gotcha. I'm actually going to mix that foundation with the Revolution Liquid Highlight. For concealer, I'm just going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I use the shade Swan. Whenever it comes to concealer, I just like to put the tiniest bit just under my eyes and then just leave it in the chin and then just down the centre of my nose. I just find that I don't really need to put a lot of concealer at my under eyes because I already just use a full coverage concealer anyway, that I just don't feel like I need any more coverage at my under eyes, but I just use concealer for brightness. And then I just go and blend that out with my beauty sponge. If you are new here, I actually like to blend out my foundation and conceal it with a dry beauty blender, but yeah, no. Yeah, no, what? But a damp beauty sponge, I'm sorry, but it ain't it. If you want your foundation and your concealer to be full coverage and absolutely perfect, just honestly try it. I just find that with a damp beauty sponge, it just soaks up so much product, it shears the product out, and it just makes your face feel moist. And I don't like a moist face, hun. But seriously, a dry beauty sponge, you'll thank me later. I'm just going to go in and set quickly with this little powder from Technic. I always like to go in and lightly set just my under eyes and mouth area and just the areas that I know that I'm going to crease throughout the day before I go in and bake, because I don't like to bake on top of a sticky and like wet base. Okay, so then to bake, I'm going to be using the Cody Airspun powder. Love this powder, absolutely love it. Love the smell, love everything about it. Love this powder. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Who has been watching RuPaul's Drag Race UK? Who do you like? Who do you not like? Obviously, I love Blue because he is from Belfast. Belfast is where I am from, but not really. I only live up the road from Belfast. So obviously, you have to kind of look out for your own. I might be a wee bit biased in saying that, but still. But there's actually quite a few of them as well that I really, really like. That's one thing about people from Northern Ireland and the UK, like over there, like our personalities and like our sense of humour is just so vulgar. Like the first one I watched, I was actually affronted. I was like, that is just absolutely disgusting, like there's just no need for it. But then it's just like, but that's how we talk and that's how we go on. Like the American queens just come in like, hey bitch, I'm here to slay, I'm here to take that crown home. Whereas with the UK ones, it's just like, hey, I'm not just a slag, I'm a total slag, minge, muff. Just before I go in and highlight, bronze, blush, all that good stuff, I always like to give my face a bit of a spritz just to soak up any excess powder. So one I've been really enjoying recently is this new one from L'Oreal, and this is the Chic and Glow Setting Mist. So, Halloween guys, Halloween, 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 Halloween. I'm going to be doing Halloween tutorials this year. I'm technically going to have at least 3 Halloween tutorials. I'm going to be doing one that is really, really wearable if you actually aren't into like really committing to doing a Halloween makeup. It's just going to be like a Halloween eye makeup tutorial. Then the other one is just going to be exactly the same basically, but with more makeup and just more, I can't really explain it, but you will see. And then the other one I have is whenever I've bought a wig, I've bought contacts, I've bought a lot of stuff. So that's going to be my more intense Halloween actual tutorial. Hopefully it's like them, but I don't know. I was just using the wee AoA Studio Wonder highlight there in the shade Cream Puff. I always like to use 2 highlighters, sometimes 3. It's called balance, baby. I always like to use just like a wee light highlighter first of all, just to dust all over the face, just to set as like a wee base, and then I will go in with a more intense highlight. I'm going to be using the Inglot, hold on a minute, Sparkling Dust for eyes, body and face, and this is in the shade 01. Oh, it might be a wee bit too dark actually. We'll see. You are going to be an OG subscriber of mine if you remember that I used to use this all the time. I think I used the shade 02. This was way before Colourpop Flexitarian came on the scene. I used to use the Inglot Sparkling Dust constantly. Because this is the more intense highlight, I just like to focus it just right on that cheekbone. I must be the only person that still loves like a blinding highlight. I was over in Newcastle there at the weekend. Somebody corrected me in my last video. Is it Newcastle upon Tyne or Tyne? But anyway, that place. And I was in the Marks and Spencer's, which is just across from Primark. Why we were in Marks and Spencer, I have no idea. I think somebody needed the toilet or something. And there was this wee old woman and she was kicked with makeup. And I mean, she had the blue eyeshadow and all going. She had the red lips. And I had a bit of a moment. I was like, am I looking into my future right now? Pow, pow, pow. Oh! Except for blush, I'm going to go in with Mellow Cosmetics in the shade just pink. Wow. Somebody got paid to call this pink blush pink. And here some of you are working 9 to 5, probably on minimum wage. So also if you are new to my channel, I always like to go ham with my highlight and blush. I always feel like I just need to just dunk my face in the blush and it's like, oh, blush. And then like 15 minutes, half an hour later, it's like, blush, where? Love that. Don't mind me while I be a complete snob. This is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is the Omega bronzer. Yeah, in the shade Tantastic. If I'm being honest, I have a wee bronzer from Poundland and there is literally no difference. This cost me 200 zloty. I got this in Poland. Yeah, so obviously convert it into our money, that's like 40 something pounds I think. I'm just going to go off camera and do my eyebrows. I think my last tutorial should have been my updated eyebrow tutorial. I will have it linked down below just in case anyway. So I lost my bedroom slipper, hold on. So do you know what palette I have been using constantly recently? More so obviously off camera, I just spat everywhere. I just fully was spit in my lip. I just done it again. Oh, calm down. But I have been using the Lorac Pro palette constantly off camera whenever I haven't been filming, just in like my day-to-day life really. For some reason I can't seem to just get rid of this palette and I've just thought to myself, you know what, screw it, I am going to use up this palette. So that's what I've been doing recently. I've been trying to use up this palette and as you can see I have a long way to go. I have made my way through this one. I've hit pan on this and I don't know if you can see or not, but I've hit pan on the white one. Every time I do a declutter, like, will I get rid of you? Will I not? I don't know. Like, especially like the charcoal grey shades. They're absolutely beautiful and they're shades that I have been using recently and I have absolutely been loving them. I just find that I'm so over. Can't believe I was going to say that there. I was going to say, like, I'm so over warm tone shadows. And what makeup look are we doing today, Emma? But I have just been obsessed with, I can't even say it, with cool tone shadows recently. Ever since I've done a makeup tutorial using the new Alexa Stone palette with the grey and cool tone eyeshadows, I have just been absolutely loving them. They are so complimentary. See, like a cool tone grey smoky eye. Okay, so for my eyes today, I'm going to be using this EYN Nudes palette, and this is from Beauty Bay. So I have used this quite a lot on my channel because I love it. It's such a great wee palette. Beauty Bay recently had a sale on all their like own brand makeup products, and this was £3.50. £3.50 for this eyeshadow palette. But £3, I think it's £3.50 or something, I don't know, but it was something like that. I was so tempted to go on and buy one just for the sake of having it, but there was just no point really. I'm going to go in first of all with All or Nothing, this shade here, and I'm just going to focus this shade just in my crease first of all. Because this is a transition shade, you don't need to be really precise or too careful. You're just wanting to make sure that that shade is just mainly just buffed right into that crease, upper crease and brow bone. So I'm just going to keep on repeating that step, just using back and forward motions and then just circular motions, just to make sure that shade is completely blended out. Then I'm just going to go into, yeah, and then just going to go into this shade here. I'm going to take this just now on a more smaller, more defined blending brush. This is just a wee blending brush that you get along with the Anastasia palette. Because I'm now using a darker shade than the first one, I'm going to go slightly smaller with my brush so I can be more precise with my placement. And I'm just going to focus that just right in that crease. So I'm just packing on and blending as I go. You can keep that first brush that we had handy, so you can always just go back in with no more product and just blend the two shades together. Going to take that shade again. I'm going to pack this just all over the lid, starting as close as I can to my lash line and then just working my way up to the crease. And don't forget to get right into that inner corner as well. I'm honestly so excited that it's the weekend. So whenever I was a hairdresser, I was never excited for the weekends because obviously we always worked on Saturdays, so a Friday to me was just like a Monday really. It was just crap. I just get so excited for the weekends. No filming, no editing, just chilling. And I think tomorrow night we're going to Jake's cocktail bar in Antrim. So I'm really looking forward to that. Me and Kyle have been there once before, so I think we're going with his brother and his girlfriend, so it'll be a nice wee time, just the four of us. And I know I don't drink or anything, but I think I'll probably have a wee cheeky cocktail. Can't pass on that. Next up I'm going to create a wing, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I have used this I don't know how many times on my channel now, and it really just hit me the other day whenever I was actually doing a wing. It was the day I wasn't filming or anything, and I was just like, I really love you. Like, it was as if we just had a moment. I just seem to always come back to this one. I think on Beauty Bay it's like a couple pound, or it could be £1.50, who knows. Whew, let's do this. Do you know something? See, every time I want to do like a chit chat, get rid of me, like I'm always sitting down and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have so much to talk to you guys about. And then I sit down and it's like nothing. Mind goes blank. That wasn't very effective. Now for lips, I'm going to use MAC Strip Down. Yeah, so MAC Strip Down. For liquid lipstick, I'm going to be using this Jordanna Sweet Matte Cream. This is in the shade... doesn't actually have one. There wasn't even like a wee sticker at the bottom or anything, but it's this one here and you can get these off Beauty Bay. And this colour in particular is stunning. It's actually very similar to Midnight Snack by Colourpop, which is also an absolute favourite of mine. I ran out of it a long time ago and I haven't repurchased it yet because I'm actually on a no buy at the minute. I am literally downright refusing to buy makeup at the minute, but that'll probably change tomorrow whenever I go downtown and go into Superdrug and Boots. Shit, never thought of that. Being an adult sucks. Being an adult whenever you're 26 sucks, and everybody around you is getting engaged and getting married and having kids and getting houses and getting their own cars, and it's hard. It really is hard. Sorry, just bear with me a wee minute till I vent a wee bit. But like, as I say, like, I'm 26 and I literally have nothing. Like, in my opinion, I have nothing. I've none of those things. You know, like me and Kyle, we both have none of those things, and none of those things will come our way anytime quick. And like, I know, like, we all go through life in different stages, you know, like, just because I have no kids yet, or I'm not engaged yet, or I have no house yet, that doesn't mean that I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that I'm, you know, I'm behind in life. But it's just sometimes a bit of a struggle whenever you are this age, and literally everybody around you is just taking steps in their relationship and in their life when you're basically in the same situation you were, like, since ever. I don't know, it's hard. What the hell made me start venting off like that? Oh yeah, not buying makeup. I'm like saving at the minute, you know. That's that lip on anyway. I think I might actually add a wee bit of a gloss to make it more juicy. There is a fly around my room and I'm just like, you little shit. My slipper is coming for you. No makeup tutorial is complete until you put your hips on. So guys, this completes this makeup tutorial. I hope it's all enjoyed. I do apologise if it was a tad bit boring, but I just thought that I would just do this wee simple just chit chat with me, because obviously, as I mentioned, there is quite a few of you that have joined my little family. So thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your constant like love and support. Like, I read and I see every single comment. I see absolutely everything. Nothing ever goes unmissed by me. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. All the products that I use will be listed down below in the description box, along with my Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter. And also my Depop will be down below in the description box as well. And I'll see you in my next video.